All right, Instagram folks, welcome back. Get ready to dive deep because we are talking all things Instagram success in 2025. And lucky for us, we've got the inside scoop.
We do.
The Metrical 2024 Instagram study. This thing is jam-packed with insights, analyzing millions of posts across different account sizes, comparing 2023 and 2024 trends. It's like a cheat sheet for your Instagram future.
Yeah, it's really amazing. What's so cool about this study is that it's not just giving you a bunch of random numbers, It's like it actually tells you what's working, like what strategies are really moving the needle.
So true. We're talking about taking action.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's jump right into it. This first finding really blew my mind. Instagram is seriously rolling out the red carpet for smaller accounts, like giving them a huge hug.
Yeah.
We're seeing these accounts absolutely killing it when it comes to reach, especially with Reels. Isn't that wild?
It is. And you know what? It makes total sense when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Instagram, they're all about keeping creators happy, keeping them engaged, and attracting those fresh faces.
Yeah.
So giving smaller accounts a boost, it's like leveling the playing field. It shows anyone can make it.
Totally. It's like Instagram saying, hey, come on in, the water's great.
Exactly.
Although I will say, looking at the data, overall reach seems to be dipping a bit.
Yeah.
Probably because, well, it's getting pretty crowded on that platform, right?
It is. It is. And that's exactly why more competition means you gotta be smarter, right? You have to understand how this algorithm works. You have to find a way to stand out.
You can't just be throwing things out there anymore. You have to be intentional. You have to be strategic.
100%.
Speaking of strategy, one thing that really hit home for me in this study was how different Instagram formats, they've all got their own superpowers. It's like choosing the right tool for the job.
I like that. I like that analogy.
Okay, so let's talk about the workhorse of Instagram, the one and only Instagram Stories. The study found that a whopping 70% of content was in that story format.
It's true.
I mean, 70%. Stories are everywhere.
They are.
And honestly, who doesn't love a good story? It's perfect for those quick updates, those behind-the-scenes peeks.
Yeah, that quick connection.
Exactly. But here's where things get a little, well, interesting. The study also says stories, they've got the lowest reach.
Right.
If they're so popular, why the low reach? It's like the most popular kid in school getting snubbed for prom king or queen.
That's a great question. And it really underlines the importance of understanding what each format does best. So, yeah, stories. They're fantastic at building a dedicated following, those loyal fans. But they don't quite have that viral potential. Not like Reels, for instance.
Ah, Reels.
Yeah.
The bite-sized videos that can turn you into an overnight sensation.
Exactly. Reels, they're like those movie trailers. They can reach a massive audience, way beyond your own followers, thanks to that magical Explore page. So if you want to expand your reach, get discovered by new people, Reels are where it's at.
Okay, Reels, they're like the key to unlocking those new doors, finding those new audiences.
They are.
But what about actually getting people to, hit that like button, drop a comment, share your stuff? What's the secret sauce to engagement?
Okay, this is where it gets really, really interesting. If you want to spark conversations, if you want people to really lean in, you got to check out Carousels.
Carousels, now those are fun. Everyone loves a good swipe through, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like unwrapping a present image by image.
Exactly, and the data completely agrees with you. Carousels had, get this, a 10.15% average engagement rate.
10.15.
That is higher than pictures and Reels combined.
That's huge. Why are carousels such engagement magnets?
It's a whole bunch of things, right? It's the way you swipe, the element of surprise. Each image is different. Plus, everyone loves a cliffhanger. You got to see what's next.
Oh, I'm totally guilty of that. I've got to get to that last image. Okay, so we've got stories for connection, Reels for reach, carousels for engagement. But how have these formats evolved over the past year? It's time to fire up the time machine. 2023 versus 2024. Let's go.
I'm ready.
What's changed?
Okay. Fasten your seatbelts because this is a bit of a roller coaster. First up, reach across all formats is actually down from last year.
Oh, no.
I know.
Even Reels.
Even Reels took a hit.
What's going on here? Did everybody suddenly delete Instagram?
No, not quite. It just shows how much more competitive it's gotten, More creators are jumping in, which means that fight for attention, it's more intense than ever.
So survival of the fittest, basically.
Pretty much.
All right, so that's reach. What about engagement? Give me some good news.
Okay, you're in luck. Because while reach might be down a bit, engagement is either holding steady or even going up.
Okay, so is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's fantastic news.
It is.
Yeah. It means it might be trickier to reach new people, but the ones you are reaching, they are more invested than ever.
It's quality over quantity. I like the sound of that.
That's it, exactly. Don't just chase every single eyeball out there. Focus on building a community that's truly engaged, people who love your stuff, people who are waiting for your next post.
So we've got our trends, we've time traveled, but how do we actually use all this awesome information?
Yeah, that's the question.
That's what I want to know. Let's get practical.
Yeah.
So we're talking about why audio is having such a moment. And honestly, I think it goes beyond just Instagram, right?
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just about Instagram. It's something bigger, you know? This study, it's like a window into this huge shift we're seeing everywhere. People are craving something real, something genuine.
Because a perfectly polished video,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's beautiful, it can sometimes feel a bit, I don't know, impersonal.
It's true. We're all craving that human touch, you know? Those raw, real moments. That's where the magic happens. In audio, it just cuts through all the noise and delivers that. It's instant. You feel like you're right there.
It's like the difference between getting a marketing email and getting a handwritten letter from a friend.
Exactly. And in a world where everyone's vying for attention, that realness,
Yeah.
it's gold.
So it's not just about being on Instagram, it's about like opening the door and letting people in.
100%. Being yourself, letting your guard down. And audio, it can help you do that. Now, we've covered a lot, but I want to leave you with something to think about, a little food for thought.
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
I think as we head into 2025, we're going to see audio make a huge comeback. And not just as a sidekick to video, but as its own powerful force.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Think about it, audiobooks, they're booming. Podcasts, everyone's listening. We're even sending voice notes more than ever. Audio, it's not just a trend, it's how we connect now.
So how do we, as creators, as businesses, as people who want to reach others, how do we harness that power?
We get creative, we embrace audio in all its forms, experiment with voice notes, those are great for stories. Try recording voiceovers for your reels. And don't forget about carousels. You can create an audio experience even with text.
Right, it's about thinking outside the box.
Exactly. And most importantly, don't be afraid to be yourself. Let your true voice shine through. The right people, they'll connect with that.
I love that. Be real, be authentic, don't be afraid to use your voice. What a great takeaway.
Couldn't agree more. This is just the start of the audio revolution.
And we'll be here for all of it, exploring all the exciting trends and helping you unlock your potential. Thanks for joining us for the deep dive. So we're talking about why audio is having a moment, and honestly, I think it goes beyond just Instagram, right?
You're right. This isn't just some Instagram fad. This is a much bigger thing.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Audiobooks, they're huge.
Huge.
Podcasts, everybody and their mother has one. We're sending voice notes like crazy. It's not just a trend, it's how we're connecting now.
So how do we, as creators, as businesses, as, people who want to reach others, how do we tap into that?
I think it's about being open to experimenting a little. Try out those voice notes, especially in your stories. Those are great for that. Play around with voiceovers for your reels. You can even create an audio experience using text in your carousels.
It's about thinking a little differently.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, the most important thing is to just be yourself. Let your real voice come through. People connect with that authenticity.
I love that.
Yeah.
Be real, be authentic, don't be afraid to use your voice. What a great takeaway.
Couldn't agree more. And this is just the beginning.
You will be here every step of the way, exploring all the exciting new trends and helping you unlock your full potential. That's it for today's deep dive, everyone. Thanks for joining us.